Heidi ho neighbors, Rado Goji here, and I bet you wouldn't expect to hear from me again, as well as see the greatest example of photography ever. Yep, it is 1 year later, and I am going to start uploading things again. Just basically putting that out right there. My computer ran into problems again. I got lazy, didn't deal with it, and yeah, pretty much I labeled my laptop as a lost cause. However, due to a gracious donation, I guess you could say, from a very good friend of mine, I now have full time access to a computer again, so I can actually start doing stuff. Yay! The First off, there are going to be a few changes. I'm still going to try to complete Mega Man 5, and complete Zelda 2, so I can eventually go off and do Zelda games I actually like. Because the Zelda thing, that's not changing. Baldur's Gate, that's not changing. At least not completely. I actually have a copy of D&D Anthology, so I'm probably going to be using that version of Baldur's Gate because it will run a lot smoother with Windows 7. The version I've been using is the original, like, 5 disc version, or 6 disc, I guess you could say, because it came with the Tales of the Sword Coast expansion. But that was originally for like Windows 95 or 98 or whatever it was at the time, and I think 98. Anyway, I do have the D&D Anthology version, so I'm actually going to start. I'm just going to import my save onto that because I do still have my save, so I don't have to do everything over again. Just have to really get into the Baldur's Gate mindset again because I haven't played it since I last recorded some of it. So I have to, refresh myself on what's going on, what I've done, what I haven't done, that kind of stuff. Um, so yeah. Now the lovely photo you're seeing here, which was taken in crappy lighting conditions with the brightest flash on the most reflective surfaces, I guess you could say, is basically an allusion to me. I'm actually going to stop the Kamen Rider Climax Heroes O's Let's Play, mainly due to the fact that I have Climax Heroes Forza now, and I'm going to start doing that instead. I was originally going to complete O's first. I was going to be, do the arcade mode with every character, then do the single player mode, and as I unlock characters, do the arcade mode with them. The Heroes mode in Forza is actually something I like. I like that a lot better than the Ragnarok mode in O's. And the only real difference is that some of the characters have been more refined, and I really don't want to go. I was just planning on with Forza going through the characters and setups with certain characters that hadn't been used in O's. However, a lot of the characters, especially some of the incomplete characters, are a little more refined now. Um, and quite frankly, the stuff that I've done on O's hasn't really changed much on Forza. I think Kuga's changed a little bit because his form change mode now has a finisher, and the transformation sounds are now done in such a way that they actually reflect the form he's changing into, and not just using the mighty form sound effect. But that's besides the point. The only character they took out was Otto Vajin, who is vastly crap as a character anyway. So it's really of little to no consequence that I'm switching over from O's to Forza, and that just means I'm going to be showing a little bit more at a time. But I'm basically going to start off, I guess, with G3X, unless I don't remember whether or not he's actually unlocked at the start, because I was going to go. I actually did do a few test recordings of the G3X run through a year ago, and because Dazzle was dropping frame rates, I didn't get to actually have a completed video for that. The main reason I'm more inclined to do it now is because this computer that I'm using now is actually a lot better than mine, and it has a lot better performance specs. So I haven't done any tests on my PSP yet with Dazzle, but I'm fairly certain that I'm going to have a lot better luck with Dazzle on this computer because it does have a lot greater stuff than mine does. So I'm fairly sure that I don't know if I'm going to actually go ahead and finish Mega Man 5 before I go on to to do Climax Heroes Forza. Um, I probably will, since I really only have maybe a few parts of that left. Because I got like a couple Robot Masters left, and then the End Castle. But in any case, yeah. So I'm probably going to be uploading something today, probably Mega Man 5, because I just really want to get that done and over with. Um, and then start Climax Heroes Forza again. I really need to get in. With Baldur's Gate and Zelda 2, I really need to get into a mindset for them because I haven't played them in a year, so I'm really rusty. And also, uh, what was I gonna say? Right, I'm not really in the mood to play them at the moment. Like I said, I do still plan on finishing them and going on to Baldur's Gate 2 and A Link to the Past. Um, Though I might not do Baldur's Gate 2 right away after beating Baldur's Gate because, the rate I'm going, I'm pretty much going to be Baldur's Gated out and probably maybe want to go on to something else. But I definitely want to try and get some of this stuff done. Mega Man 5 most definitely, and I really want to go on to Climax Heroes Forza. And a few other things that I wanted to try was actually using a video camera and doing some guerrilla video making on the PSP. But I mean, I'm gonna have to do that on the 3DS anyway. And I do want to do some games like Gamba Ride, another Kamen Rider game, a couple other Kamen Rider games, Gamba Ride and Rider Generations, which is one I kind of want to do, a simple beat 'em up. Also for giggles, I wanted to do the Go Kaiger DS game, mainly just because I that was probably the biggest waste of money I had gotten my hands on in a game, at least from what I was expecting. Um, but I just wanted to do that for giggles because I could beat that in like 2 hours. So whatever. Although I don't know if you'd want to watch Go Kaiger touchscreen minigame party. I don't know. It might be something I'll do in the future. But for right now, um, I'm going to try to get into the swing of things again. And I know that there are a lot of people who subscribe to me and unsubscribe to me, and it's kind of gone back and forth. And like I said when I first started having computer problems, I understand if you unsubscribe from me. Subscribers to me aren't that big of a deal, but I do appreciate having subscribers. Obviously, I do like people. Do like the fact that people I watch my videos and actually like what they're seeing. Um, but I mean, if you unsubscribe to me, yeah, I totally understand. I've been inactive for a year, and that's mostly in part due to my laziness. So I do apologize for not delivering anything since last March. Um, but hopefully this year we'll have more promise, a lot less bad luck on my part, because I've technically been a Let's Player for almost 2 years now, and what have I got to show it? Bugger all. um, you know, Especially Baldur's Gate has been in production for almost 2 years now, and I'm not even halfway through the story yet. But things happen, and I got to stop thinking pessimistically about it. I just got to move on from that, and eventually, Baldur's Gate will continue once I get all the stuff set up for that and my saves brought over. Um, Zelda 2 will go on as planned. But first, I do want to get done with Mega Man 5. I might actually start putting up some Kamen Rider stuff. Um, there are also a few people um, who have been saying stuff that they want to see more Deadly Premonition. Uh, Deadly Premonition is actually kind of because it is with two people. It is kind of dependent on the other person being available for that, and he's I don't see him as often as I did back when we were. I see him a lot more often than I did, back when we started doing that. And we're trying to get we wanted to see if we could get like a third person on, because there's another person in that group of friends, I guess you could say, who was interested in joining in too. So we might have a third person doing Deadly Premonition as well. But he does have a lot of stuff going on now. He's actually having a baby, um, and his life is pretty much full right now. So I'd understand if he wasn't gonna if he if Deadly Premonition wasn't. I mean, I'm fairly sure we could find some time to do it. It's just he's in a really big bit right now. So we'll see what happens. Deadly Premonition is not going to be a major big thing. If I can get time to do it, then great. I'll put up some more parts of it. But right now, I'm basically just going to be focusing on my the main ones that I'm doing. Mainly, right now, like I said before, Mega Man 5 and then Climax Heroes. If I can get that to work properly, I'm fairly sure I can. But don't quote me on that at this point. But yeah, I might also do some quick things here and there. Maybe Kirby's Adventure. I was thinking of doing that. Kirby's Dream Land 2. Some other games I could just beat quickly and put out just to have some videos. Maybe another Mega Man game. Who knows? But yeah. The next part that's going to be up is Mega Man 5. Continuing 1 year later. And I hope you'll tune in, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm going back into it. Sorry I haven't been around in a while, but I've been Rado Goji, and I'll definitely be here next time. Join me, won't you?